Can one get pregnant during menstrual flow? Yes, it's quite a common question. And there are some cases where the answer to a question can be yes and no. And this is an example of such a situation, all right? So I'm not just going to answer yes and no to you, viewers. I want you to have a thorough understanding of why the answer is yes, could be yes, and why it could be no, all right? So let's do it together. Now, this is cycle length, okay? Remember I told you in my previous videos that cycle length, normal cycle length can be between 21 to 35 days. Some people can just have 21 days, while some can just have every 28 days, which is the most common, and some can have as much as 35 days. It's still considered normal, all right? Now, let's say, for example, someone who have a cycle length of 21 days. And from my previous video, you should know that, if you have watched my previous video, you should know that for someone who has cycle length of 21 days are likely to have ovulate on the day 7 of that menstrual cycle, day 7, all right? Now, let's assume that what is the cycle duration? That is the number of days the woman flows, cycle duration, okay? Let's say she menstruates for 5 days. Now, let's work it together. So, for this particular woman whose cycle is 21 days, let's say her last menstrual period is on the 1st, all right? Which is LMP, last menstrual period on the 1st. And then she's likely to ovulate on this day 7th, which is 7th of that, on the day 7, all right? Now, let's see, the cycle duration is 5 days. So I've underlined day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5 as the number of days she menstruates, all right? Now, let's come here. Sperm can survive 3 to 5 days inside the woman's reproductive tract. Let's stop at here, 3 to 5 days. Okay, let's underline these 5 days. Okay, now, so the question, can this woman get pregnant while she's menstruating? Yes, it is possible. This is because, let's say, she's menstruating for 5 days. Let's say use the day 4 for instance. The day 4, okay, she had an intercourse, all right? Can this sperm survive up to this day 7? So let's count, since sperm can survive maximum of 5 days. Let's count 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 4 days. It means the sperm can survive up to 4 days. Up to 5 days, like here. So here is just 4 days. So the sperm can survive. And if sperm can survive up to the day of the ovulation, it means that it's possible the woman can get pregnant. Not too common, but yes, it is possible. If your menstrual period, or your cycle length is 21 days, for instance, or very short. So it's quite common for those, or it's possible for those that have a short cycle length, 21 days, 22 days. Or if this woman actually meets on the day 5, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, you can see the sperm can still survive 3 days. It can survive 5 days, so day 5 is the last day of our flow. Okay, even if it was day 3. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's possible that the sperm can survive up to 5 days. So during this intercourse, like I just illustrated, occurred during a menstrual flow. But the sperm can survive up to day 7 because sperm can survive up to 5 days. All right, so it is possible that pregnancy can occur during menstruation. We are talking about a woman with short cycle length, like 21 days, which is still considered normal, 22 days, for instance. Or so in some cases, up to 23 days, like that. Okay? Now, let's give another example scenario. For a woman whose cycle length is 28 days, and she's having a normal cycle duration, maybe about 3 to 5 days, or even up to 7 days, which is considered as the highest limit of normal for cycle duration, she's still not likely to get pregnant, because even if it's here, if she menstruates for 7 days, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is on the day 11. As at this day, the sperm will stop being active. But yet, she has not menstruated, she has not ovulated, because ovulation will still occur even 3 days or so later. So for this woman, and as long as the menstrual cycle duration is within normal, maybe which is 2 to 7 days, she's not likely to get pregnant if she had intercourse during her menstrual flow. So you can see now that why the answer could be yes and no. And it's even worse if you have a longer cycle duration, like 30 days, 32 days, and you meet during your menstrual flow, you are not likely to get pregnant. So you can see that the answer could be yes and it could be no, depending on your cycle length. So I believe I must have actually dealt with these questions, and then I've answered it thoroughly.